Welcome back. Real important information here. The Medicare annual enrollment period starts tomorrow, so figuring out which options are best for you can certainly feel overwhelming and confusing. Maybe you're helping your parents as well.
Yeah, so here to help us understand is Springley Sage, owner of Sage Insurance Solutions. Springley, thanks so much for being here this afternoon.
You're very welcome.
We were just talking about we love your very unusual, pretty name. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I came by it honestly.
You know, I think even around here, when we have open enrollment, you're like, oh gosh, I got to read everything. And then even more so when you're helping your parents or maybe you're doing it yourself. The Medicare annual enrollment period runs from October 15th to December 7th. So there is a lot that we need to know because you have to make these changes if they're needed, right?
Right. So anybody who's on Medicare, this is their time to make a different choice for next year. And every year we have lots of changes. So a lot of going into next year, there's changes to the way prescriptions are being covered. What might have been right even this year or last year may not be the right solution.
How do you navigate some of those changes, or how are you even aware that some of them are taking effect? Do you have to keep up with everything?
Well, so if you're a do-it-yourselfer, yes, you're actually having to pay attention to all of these complicated things. So as an independent broker, what I do is I stay on top of that, and I am just constantly recertifying and studying. I work with as many carriers as I can, just to help people understand what they have, what their options are, and how to navigate, because it takes a lot of work. And if you're only going to do it one time a year, you're not going to retain it even until the next year.
Right, and it can change, and you're going to help people. So it's sort of like if you want to plan this big trip that you're investing a lot in, your health is an investment, but you get a travel agent, because you're actually not paying the travel agent, the other people are. So we're not paying you. You're going to help make sure that our parents or you yourself watching are going to get the best.
That is absolutely correct. In fact, if your agent is charging you, it's probably not a great thing. But so we do get paid, of course, but our whole point is to find the right fit. And honestly, if you're in the right place, that's what I tell you. You know, hey, actually, this looks really good. And you should stay put.
So what are the 3 things that people should be aware of before they make changes?
So you really need to make sure that your medications are covered by either your current plan or your new plan. You want to make sure that your doctors take the plan that you're looking at. So original Medicare versus Advantage plans, etc. You want to make sure that you can still see the providers of your choice. And then so, having a the
doctors, the prescription.
And how often are you actually using it? Right? If your doctor says, I only take original Medicare, but you see him once a year, is that worth spending all the extra money on a supplement plan to go see one doctor one time a year?
So that was going to be a question too, because you get the original Medicare just because you turn old enough. But does everyone need the supplemental plan, or like what if you're also on Medicaid? Then do you need a plan? Or?
Well, so it can be helpful. So you can be on Medicare and Medicaid at the same time. We actually have a really robust system here for extra help in Connecticut. But if you if you need both, then there's ways. Sometimes you might need it. So you might need it. Now, if you're on original Medicare, you really need to make a choice. You need to either buy a supplement plan or get an Advantage plan, because original Medicare has no maximum out-of-pocket for the year. All right? You're paying 20% for your medical bills, and there is no point at which Medicare pays 100%. So if you have something chronic and expensive. So that is the biggest thing that I talk to people about, is making sure we find a way to cap that.
Cover that gap.
And so both of those options are equally valid. Some requires payment up front for a supplement plan, others require payment on the back end.
And Springley, so you want people to come to you now rather than December 7th, right?
Well, yes. I mean, we're just beginning. We have basically 8 weeks or so. And this is the time to make an appointment, to do a review. You know, I travel all over Connecticut. I like to do in person, because I think there's a lot going on. And I'm getting booked up.
Coffee and donuts, though. You can go meet Springley October 24th. You can go have coffee and donuts with her, totally free, 9:30 to 11 a.m. on Tolland Stage Road in Tolland. You can also see her website if you want to learn more about what she does. It's sageinsurance.net. and they'll have all the information on the event page. But this is a great way. You get coffee and donuts and your questions answered.
Absolutely, and Jerry's Donuts from Ellington, which is just prime.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Prime example.
We're on the hunt for good donuts around here.
Yeah, and just bring your Medicare questions, your health insurance questions.
Very good.
Sage,
Thanks,
thank you
Springley.
so much.
Thank you.
I'm saying Sage, but Springley. Sage is her last name. Okay, Springley, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.